Hey guys, I'm going to review the Thing Freakshow trade. Um, the miniseries and the one shot it comes with. The 4 issue miniseries is probably notable by some people because it was done by Jeff Johns and Scott Collins. A big thing now because, as we all know, Jeff Johns rules DC with an iron fist along with Dan DiDio. And he is one of my favorite writers, and I really have meant to check him out on other things besides DC. And this is the best definition of really nothing that he's doing today. Basically, everything he's doing is either a long-form story like Green Lantern, or, like a giant hype fest like Justice League. And again, I like that stuff from him, but I found reading this fascinating. It's like, just imagine, you're so used to someone writing something a certain way, or having this clout around them, and you buy into the clout. The Freak Show miniseries is basically what happens when you take that clout away. This guy wasn't, the all important guy with a plan. This is just him writing a fun miniseries with a character that a lot of people like. And you know what? It's enjoyable for that. In the end of the day, okay, here's the thing. If you like having your stories have a giant impact on the character, and this isn't really what you're going to read. This is, like, the Thing kind of learns a lesson in accepting himself, the Thing he learns every other story, because he's the Thing, and he doesn't keep the perpetual notion of I don't care that I'm a monster, I'm a nice guy notion up for long. Oh, how I feel bad for you. And it's a good story, showing, like, the story opens with a flashback of him as a kid, showing up at this freak show, making fun of them. And then showing up decades later as an adult and as the Thing, basically being no better than them physically. And he sees eye to eye, and it feels bad for these guys, especially when you find out that the plot involves the Kree and the Skrulls, and even the Watchers. Now again, you think that'd be insanely serious. Dear God, no, it's not. It's insanely fun and goofy. Kind of not really what you expect from Jeff Johns anymore. He's more, if I could say it, more straightforward in terms of comics. That's not going to make an ounce of sense if you diffuse the fact that the man's biggest contribution is writing a guy who can break the sound barrier and the light speed barrier, and a man who can create a genie with his ring. But this is just fun. That's all. And the art is amazing by Collins. I love Collins because he can change his art style up so well, and it never looks bad. See him when he's doing, like, his early Flash stuff, his later Flash stuff when he was trying to ape Francis Manapul. Try and find an 8-issue Avengers series he did with Joe Casey. His art is much more polished, and the colorist makes it look a little bit more, I don't know, it looks shinier, I guess you can say. It has a shine to it. And here he has a more odd looking thing to it, and it helps the atmosphere of the book. It helps kind of accentuate that this is a weird story, but it's fun as hell. And the one shot at the back of this is a Thing She-Hulk one shot called The Long Night, and all I have to say is it has no reason to be here other than it's the Thing. I liked this one too. Its plot is insanely complicated. Well, not complicated, just goofy. It involves it involves a strange terrorist group trying to use Dragon Man as a weapon, and a small cult of vampires. Or were they demons? I can't even remember anymore. And it just so happens that She-Hulk and Thing were on trains that got crossed in an explosion. Blah blah blah. Fun time. It's just one issue. It's insane, and I liked it. The writer was Todd DeZago, I think is how you say it, and the art was done by Hitch and Ivan Reis. And I have to say, Ivan Reis is really good at being Hitch's style, because I couldn't tell. Reis, you can tell now. If Ivan Reis is on a book, I can tell instantly. I just thought it was Brian Hitch when I looked at the art. He mixes insanely well with it, and it looks great. If anything, these books are fun little filler stories with really good art. And that's kind of what you have to go off. If you're a fan of just kind of fun filler, this will be up your alley. If you're a fan of The Thing, this is definitely up your alley. If you're neither of those things, I can't really see you wanting to read this. It's called Freakshow. It's definitely not. If, say, you only read books at the caliber of Watchmen, you'll hate it. If you're a guy who just loves to see Ben Grimm going through insanely fun scenarios, i.e. fighting circus freaks, or vampires and Dragon Man, this is definitely something I'd say you at least should check out once.